Hi, this is Blu-ray Cinema. I'm for another video. Sorry there's no video for Monday, so this will be uploaded for Tuesday. And then you should get ones at the regular schedule I do them. But today is the history of Freddy's Nightmares on physical media. Now, what I looked into so far that if you work on Freddy's Nightmares, if you've never been on Blu-ray or 4K, and I don't know why it is, but it never has, but apparently there's on Blu-ray.com, it says it shows Freddy's Nightmares box set. Complete box set, 1982 to 1992 seasons, 5 disc set, rated TV-14, 33 hours, 44 episodes long, uncut from original broadcast airings and home video sources. The first one was in May 2017. The second one was October 31st, 2019. Now it says buy on eBay, stuff like that, but they're not there. I looked. It never surfaced on Blu-ray or on DVD for that matter. There's no. But wait, there's more. If you look for Our Print Boys, it's listed, but it never got Blu-ray released. Now 4 episodes in the U.S. got released on VH home video, Freddy's Nightmares, and 4 of them were dated in mid-September 1991. Released on VHS. I think the first one was No More Mr. Nice Guy, was the pilot episode, and 3 are random episodes, and that was it. Other countries got more episodes, or etc., like the UK and Germany and so forth, like later on, but we never got them. So I looked it up, and in 2003, when Freddy vs. Jason came out, Warner Brothers at the time attempted to do, because of the success of Freddy vs. Jason, what Warner Bros. Wanted to do was release the series on DVD. Unfortunately, there's no interest at this time. Now, since Nightmare on Elm Street, Blu-ray set ended up being a 4K. The steelbook was sold out, which I hate those rusty metal things. The Amazon exclusive sold out. I think the one on Salvage they had the 4K UHD and Blu-ray. I think that's gone. And the standard, which I got, is doing so well. Will we ever see a series on Blu-ray or /4K ever? Will it ever be released? I don't know. I doubt it, because what I read, I'm not sure this is true or not, so don't go by my thing. This is what I could find. And apparently, there's a lot of drama and rights surrounding the series, and yet in the last couple years, horror cons I went to, people are looking for that, and they don't have them. If they do, they may have the old VHS copies or something, but that's about it. But I've seen there's not only interest in the series, but people are looking for it. I mean, it's the interest and the and people want it. There is demand for it. I don't see why there's not already. But here, I'm going to show you something. On this right here, and if you have this, keep this. Even if you've got the 4K, keep this, because I'll tell you why in a second. If you have the Nightmare, I'm reading for my notes because I had to write all this stuff down, so bear with me here. Nightmares Collection on Blu-ray. They have a DVD in the set here, right here. And I'll show you that in a second. Right here. Okay? Right here. The last disc, which is disc 5. Yeah. For some reason. Okay, yeah, the bonus of the 2 episodes, which is Fear himself and The Wife of Crimes of Freddy Krueger. Those are the only 2 Freddy's Nightmares you have on DVD ever. And it is the closest thing we are going to get on any available physical media at this point. And that is true. So, down the line, I hope with the new interest in the Nightmare on Elm Street films on 4K, which they're selling very, very well, we'll bring this interest back to the series to resurface on Blu-ray or at least 4K or something. Or maybe somebody will bring the old VHS tapes back or something. I don't know. But we can all hope and, hope for it, right? I don't know if Arrow would do it or if New Line and Warner, and because Warner Discovery thing is having issues with it, or Jack Shoulders having issues with it, or Wes Craven's no longer with us anymore, and what Freddy Krueger was his baby, or Robert Englund. I don't know. I don't get into this like drama stuff. I have no idea. I don't know. But I really do think Freddy's Nightmares as a whole, as a series, as a show, as a separate part of the Freddy world, Freddy lore, or whatever you want to call it, should be seen, and to everyone, young and old, and it can on streaming and on Tubi and on Pluto or what have you, or if you did the old thing people back in the day where they taped where they had videotapes and cassette recorders and taped all 44 episodes, which people did back then. But people like a hard copy or something they can hold in their hands that can be very, very accessible, and it would mean so much more to people like myself, to horror fans like myself that grew up on it and would love to have this. I'm sure Robert Englund, or the guy who only could be Freddy, could would want this out people have. There's nothing like it, and never will be. I mean, Interested Freddy now, I don't know if you guys heard, but they want, do another Nightmare on Elm Street. About remake or not. But they're saying Jim Carrey can do it, which I don't think so, because Jim Carrey has never done a horror film in his life. Well, he did the number 23, and he did Dark something. Not Dark Crimes, but something like that. And that's as close as Jim Carrey's done to anything horror in his life. Or thriller or whatever. But Jim Carrey's Freddy Krueger, I don't see it. I really don't see it. But I'll talk another day. I will talk about this and in the 4K, but it'll be in parts, because it's a lot of movies to go through. It's a lot of stuff to talk about. It's a lot of special features to talk about. It's going to take at least 2 or 3 part alone, just for these. But that's what I have to say, because people have interest in this stuff now more than ever, and yet where's the show? Where is it? I mean, somebody made a homemade one on Blu-ray DVD. I mean, that's probably what you're going to get, but are you going to get our stuff with it that you want? Are you going to get, like, are they going to be, number one, are they going to be uncut? Number two, are they going to be, like, you know, the airings or the unedited airings from video sources or what they could find that was, like, left on the cut room floor? Are you going to have those things? Somebody, like, did a home, for people who made a homemade one? You're not. But right now, it's like the rights are all tangled, and that's not fair. But that's what I want to talk about today, because nobody really talks about that stuff. Well, not many people do, but if they do, it's a show that you can show your friends. Say, hey, this is neat. Look at this. You like the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Look at this. It's part of the Freddy world, sort of. And some of that made sense. Some of it refers back to the movies, and some of it back to Freddy lore. So there you go. But that's it. This is Blu-ray Cinema. On to another video. And alright, guys, have a great day. And thank you to a couple new subscribers. And I'll see you on the next. Alright, have a great day.